Welcome to Royal Telly. I'm your host, Chloe. Today, we dive into the palpable fear that has enveloped the Windsors since the Sussexes made the bold decision to step away from royal life and share their story. It's a fear not merely grounded in the departure of Harry and Meghan, but in their audacity to survive and recount their experiences. And here's the twist. They haven't spilled all the beans yet. Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, was but a glimpse into their world. He himself admitted that the book could have been twice its length. Imagine 400 pages of raw, unfiltered truths were withheld. This wasn't an act of cowardice, far from it. This was about restraint, about protection. Yet, even within this boundary of restraint, the institution has been rattled. Those who thrive on secrets and silence are the ones who fear the truth the most. The Windsors are no exception. If Harry and Meghan decide to delve deeper, to truly bare their souls, the consequences would be monumental. The dam would break, the mask would slip, and the monarchy, as we know it, would struggle to survive the fallout. The signs of fear are all too evident. The moment news broke about the completion of the Sussexes' 5-year Netflix deal, the leaks began. Suddenly, the royals were concerned, on edge, worried about a new memoir. It's the same old cycle. Smear, spin, speculate, all rooted in guilt. Because if you're truly innocent, you don't flinch every time someone hints at telling more of their story. You don't panic over a book unless you know what that book might reveal. This family isn't afraid of fiction. They fear facts, accountability, and the potential consequences of their actions. That's why they're still reeling over Spare. That's why they continue to use their media mouthpieces to create a diversion, because silence from Harry and Meghan is terrifying, but truth from Harry and Meghan, that's nuclear. And if Harry and Meghan ever decide to go further, to really speak, the dam breaks. Let's delve into the aftermath of the Sussexes' Netflix deal. This was a deal that saw the creation of a variety of heartwarming and inspiring projects, all under the watchful and creative eyes of Prince Harry and Meghan. The docuseries, a journey into the lives of those we often only see in the spotlight, shattered records across the globe. Live to Lead, a testament to the power of leadership and individual strength, inspired audiences worldwide. And let's not forget Heart of Invictus, a project that gave a voice and a platform to wounded veterans, individuals who have given so much and yet are often forgotten. Now let's address the elephant in the room. The British press has tried, they have tried, to label this Netflix deal as a failure. But let's take a step back and look at the reality of the situation. Each project was met with rave reviews. Each series left viewers wanting more. This wasn't a failure. This was a triumph. The British press, in their relentless pursuit to undermine the Sussexes, failed to see the real story. The success of their Netflix deal was not just in the numbers, but in the impact it had. It was in the conversations it started, the people it inspired, and the walls it broke down. And let's not forget the words of Netflix themselves. They loved working with the Sussexes. They were impressed by their dedication, their creativity, and their commitment to telling stories that mattered. This isn't the language of failure. This is the language of success. So let's look again at the aftermath of the Netflix deal. It wasn't a failure, far from it. It was a success story, a testament to the power of storytelling, and a sign of the amazing things that can happen when you allow people to tell their own stories in their own way. The Sussexes didn't just fulfill a contract, they built a legacy. And that, my friends, is what success looks like. Netflix themselves said they loved working with the Sussexes. That's what success looks like, a contract fulfilled, a legacy built. Now let's talk about how the Duchess of Sussex is thriving. Since stepping away from royal life, Meghan has shown us what it means to truly live one's truth. She has gracefully transitioned from a life of royal restrictions to one of personal freedom and creativity. Meghan has been busy building a lifestyle brand that is rooted in elegance, hospitality, and joy. It's a brand that reflects her personal values and aspirations. And she's not just creating a brand, she's creating a movement that encourages individuals to live their truth and embody their authenticity. But that's not all. Meghan has also been making strides in the entertainment industry. She's been producing content that resonates with people's hearts and minds, telling stories that matter, and giving a voice to those who are often unheard. It's a bold move, but one that is proving to be incredibly successful. Moreover, Meghan has been using her influence to make a difference in the lives of girls around the world. She's mentoring, inspiring, and empowering young girls to believe in themselves and their potential. She's teaching them that they too can break barriers and shatter ceilings. This work is not just about creating change, it's about creating a legacy. And let's not forget about her other ventures. Meghan has launched several initiatives that are making a significant impact in various sectors. Whether it's in fashion, wellness, or social justice, Meghan is using her platform to drive change and make a difference. In all these endeavors, what stands out is Meghan's resilience. Despite the constant scrutiny and criticism, she has remained steadfast. She has not let the noise drown out her voice or the negativity dim her light. Instead, she has used it as fuel to propel her forward. In the face of adversity, Meghan is thriving. She's not just surviving, she's flourishing. She's not just making a living, she's making a life. And she's not just telling her story, she's living it. She's living her truth, not trapped by outdated titles or palace control. Despite all this success, senior royals reportedly remain worried about what the Sussexes will do next. It's an ironic twist, isn't it? The Sussexes have departed from the royal life, embraced a new path, and are thriving on their own terms. Yet the royals remain anxious, their eyes glued to the Sussexes' every move. Why this unease? Why this apprehension, one might wonder? The answer, my dear listeners, lies not in the Sussexes' actions, but in the royals' own insecurities. They've seen Harry and Meghan break free from the golden cage of royal life, tell their own stories, and rise above the criticism and controversy. They've watched as the Sussexes not only survived, but flourished in their newfound freedom. And this terrifies them, because Harry and Meghan's success highlights the possibility of a life beyond the palace walls. It's a life where they are not just royal figures, but individuals with their own identities, aspirations, and stories to tell. The royals' concerns are not about the Sussexes' next venture. No, it's about the skeletons in their own closets. It's about the fear of the Sussexes revealing more about their experiences within the palace. It's about the dread of the Sussexes' truth shattering the royal facade. They're not worried about what Harry and Meghan will do next. They're worried about what they might say next. They're not concerned about the Sussexes' success. They're concerned about their own exposure. This worry, this fear is not about the Sussexes, it's about themselves. And in this fear, they reveal their own guilt. The guilt of silence, the guilt of complicity, the guilt of an institution that preferred to silence its own rather than confront the issues within its walls. So let them worry, let them fear, because the Sussexes are not stopping. They're not backing down, they're living their truth, telling their story, and making their own way. And if that terrifies the royals, then so be it, because at the end of the day, they're not afraid of fiction, they're afraid of facts, of receipts, of accountability. In the end, it all comes down to the power of telling one's own story. Thank you for joining us today on Royal Telly. I'm Chloe, and we hope you continue to support the Sussexes in their journey. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.